Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful, song with some stunning visuals. Absolutely stunning. Did you like them? And how many of you like the visuals? Please put your hands up. What is so stunning about these visuals is that they catch not just my attention, but attention of anyone who watches them, sees them with a perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, when I first came up with the idea of World Innovation Congress, I went to the World Innovation Congress body in the United States of America, and I shared with them the perspective of what Indian economy was doing. The then Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh had a great visionary. I have great respect for his work. Who believed that India can be transformational provided we all transform ourselves. When he handed over the baton to the new Prime Minister Modi, his task was not easy. In one word, he shocked the nation with his approach in many ways, and he stood up firm to sell India as the ultimate destination for innovative investment. I entered my suite yesterday and I picked up a magazine, the Time magazine, if the camera can zoom in. It has a very amazing story of Robin Lee, who is a Chinese, but settled in America, and he runs Baidu, B-I-D-U. Baidu is a very popular site, and it has beaten everyone in the Silicon Valley with just one perspective. And I'm going to read an extract which is highlighted in the story. Baidu began testing the Apollo self-driven cars on the public roads last year. Now, why has the editor highlighted the words self-driven cars? Why? Largely because the belief is that if these self-driven cars can help reduce the carbon emission, we would perhaps make this world and the generation to come slightly better in its approach and perspective. What he's trying to do is to become the ruler of the world. No one in China takes this challenge more seriously than Robin Lee. Amazing story of innovation. Time magazine, the cover. And what caught my attention is some of the best ideas and products, even today, come from China. I'm sure my keynote speakers might have a perspective on this, but what the Chinese market has done is called flood. And their flood has led to where businesses cannot imagine themselves to reach. So welcome formally to this Innovation Congress. Hope it becomes bigger and better. What I like about the Congress is the content. What I dislike is that people only come for awards. They don't want to attend the sessions, which is what disillusions me. But nevertheless, for those of you who are very enthusiastic to learn about innovation, to practice about innovation, and to believe, because you believe that innovation can happen, since you are the mastermind to make it happen, innovation will happen. Wake up each day. Professor Elizabeth Moss Cantor said that wake up each day not brushing your teeth with your right hand if you're right-handed. Brush your teeth with your left hand so that the right side of your brain gets exercise. Similarly, when you use the left side gets exercise. Create a balance. When you do everything with the right hand, perhaps you're creating an imbalance in your own personality, killing your own creativity. My bestest friend, Mr. Prasoon Joshi, who is a great creative leader with McCann as the global head of creative directorship that he owns, has a very nice quote which he embraces. And his quote goes something like this: every day when I wake up to a new creative point. And that new creative point gives me a new belief and a new feeling. That new feeling gives me a new perspective. And when the sun sets every day, what I look for is an idea that has not transformed me, will not transform the world. So create an idea that will transform the world. And if one single idea you marinate yourself into, you marry that idea, you will believe a club of opportunities created. Those club of opportunities created will lead to a better, a bigger, and an innovative society. So with these few words, let me present a little piece of video. I love videos. This is a video that says how to excel in a changing world. What I like about the video is that it's so simple. It's actually so simple. It's so simple, so it is palatable. It's so simple, so it's acceptable. It's so simple, so it's likable and affable. If all these adjectives put together, let's watch in dim lights, excelling in a changing world. A few housekeeping announcements. Do put your phones on a vibrating or silent mode if you can. The idea is to learn, the idea is to exchange notes, and the idea is to share knowledge. What is more symbiotic and important is if we can take home few key messages. I think this conference effort has been a little successful. So let me present to you, ladies and gentlemen, excelling in a changing world. I apologize for my voice. I've been running fever, but I try my best to speak so that I could reach out to you. Excelling in a changing world. Good one? Lovely. How many of you are inspired by these words? Put your hands up. And you're going to go back and practice them and share it with somebody. When you share, you believe. When you believe, you accept. When you accept, you practice. And when you practice, you change. So for change to happen, share, believe, accept, and practice. It's time for me to invite my first keynote speaker. He also very generously agreed to chair the session for me today. And I'm privileged and blessed, and I'm going to request him to continue chairing even for next year, as I plan this Congress on a larger scale, getting more economies to come in. Ladies and gentlemen, Avnish Sabharwal needs no introduction. In the world of innovation, he has rewritten the rules in many ways, both in his own organization and making a difference to the external professional world. He is a man I remember who first spoke of front end of innovation. From front end of innovation, the world started practicing the back end of innovation to make the cycle of innovation complete in its own regard. This morning, on the Purposeful Purpose theme, we will debate and discuss and iterate on what innovation can do with purposeful purpose. Please welcome the very talented Avnish Sabharwal with the gentleman.